Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan with a Screenwriter's Rant on Zombies 3 from Disney Plus. And yes, I am scraping the bottom of the barrel. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's what? It's the Pineys, books 1 through 9, which I will be selling at Crossroads Comics in Pittman, New Jersey tonight at 6 p.m., which is part of the reason I'm doing this video now. I gotta get ready. I'm gonna be going over there soon. So this is a Disney thing. This is the third movie of this. Apparently, there's a high school because everything's in high school, and there are zombies and werewolves who have learned to get together, get along in this bizarro world of whatever high school thing there is. This looks like the kind of movie that kind of looks like TV. It's very over the top, and so I guess since the conflict between the zombies and werewolves are done, they had to add aliens. So they add aliens, and the aliens are the new threat, and the high schoolers have to fight them. And there's, I don't know, a leader of a cheer squad, and I don't know, something about a moonstone. I mean, it all just sounds like nonsense to me. There's costuming and set pieces on a soundstage, and lots of CGI, and people pretending to be tough. Here's your werewolves, everybody. That's some scary stuff, right? Oh, this looks awful. This just looks like god awful. So, I mean, there's just so much here that I don't want to see. It's hard to articulate it all. So let's break it down. This original streaming movie, July 15th. Well, at least it's original. I'll say that. I'll give you that. It's original. Kinda. Original in the sense that this hasn't been done. I think for a reason. So the first act, the zombies and werewolves get along now. The high school's great, and I guess he's a zombie because he has green hair, and for some reason a pink football uniform. Anyhow, high school is great with werewolves and zombies somehow. And then the aliens arrive, and they want to take over the high school because, I don't know, for some stupid reason. There's a plot point about the, let's see if there's a synopsis that could, here we go. All right. They got a long, convoluted plot synopsis, so we'll have to read this. In the plot, Zed, who I assume is a zombie, and Addison, probably a human, or probably like Zombies versus Humans, the first one. Then they added the werewolves, and now they're adding the UFOs. That's what I'm guessing. In the plot, Zed and Addison begin their senior year. Oh, they're getting to the end. At Seabrook High, in a town that has become a haven, safe for monsters and humans alike. Zed is anticipating a jock scholarship that will make him the first zombie to attend college. That doesn't make any sense. While Addison prepares for the first international cheerleading competition, then suddenly alien begins, I think you mean aliens, begin to appear in Seabrook, sparking some not-so-friendly competition. That's Paul Hohen, who directed the first 3 films of the franchise, is returning to direct the final part of the trilogy. That doesn't even make... Paul Hohen, who directed, it should be the first 2 films of the franchise, because if it's a trilogy, there are only 3 films. Ugh. Okay. Screenplay by David Light and Joseph Rezo, who's also an executive producer alongside Susan Farwell and David Light. Did this movie do anything? I assume it was just... Look, it looks harmless. I'll say that. It looks harmless. It's probably for kids. But it looks dumb as hell. It looks dumb as hell, but, it's got monsters in it, and bright colors, and harmless music. Doesn't seem to be rap. I think it's a metaphor for wokeness, but I don't think it's woke itself. You know what I mean? It's about, we accept everybody and even the monsters, which is sort of woke, but kind of not. Kind of like the baby you know, kind of like the way they should be doing the woke stuff that they wanted to make it work. It's kind of stuff I saw when I was a kid. Everybody gets along and shares. That's not a bad message, you know. It's totally over the top, makes no sense. I don't see anything for a grown up in this. You know, the grown ups are of course wacky. I mean, this I guess is a little more '80s in the sense that the grown ups are incompetent. Only the kids know. But they're all werewolves and monsters, I guess. And I don't know. Here's a police car burning. I don't know. And there's dance numbers and music. I would assume this is for kids. This is for kids who they haven't watched a lot of movies in general, and they think this is funny because to them, these high schoolers are more like, oh, they're like more like grown-ups. They're not grown-ups who aren't cool, but they're kind of heading there. I'm going to be in a high school soon, so wow, that's cool, and they got cool hair and stuff. So it's kind of like that. I of course would never watch this. I don't have kids, so I don't have to sit through. I don't have to suffer through this crap. But it looks crappy to me. It looks stupid and dumb. No, maybe it's funny. Maybe it's kind of entertaining. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything in the trailer that says that. I'm just seeing a ton of elements, you know. And that's a thing, I think, with some of these movies. They just throw in a ton of elements and hope it all works out, you know. And then they could say, oh, it's got zombies and werewolves in it and aliens, and then kids go, oh, well, I like all those things, and they start watching it and they just sit through it because what the hell. So yeah, so the second act, they add the aliens. There's a big conflict, and at the end there's a big, I don't know, dance competition or something at the end, and they overcome it and they accept the aliens too, and then you have a school with aliens and zombies and werewolves, and we're pretty much out of runway here. But there could be a Zombies 4. I don't know. What would you add in at that point? I don't know. Ghosts? Fairies? Vampires? I mean, the sky's the limit from this creativity. Yeah, it just looks really, really dumb. I'll say this looks like the kind of stuff that belongs on Disney Plus. Something for kids. Looks like they spent a little too much money on it, quite frankly. But, you know, it looks like young actors who are like, yep, I guess I'll be in Zombies 3 and I'll smile through it, even though it's terrible. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff, mindless fun for kids. It's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna be mindless fun for kids, I guess. July 15th, if you want to watch this, I wouldn't even vote it down. I would just ignore it. But, you know, some kid who's like 10 would watch this. Like, he's old enough to get some of the concepts, but not old enough to know that he's watching a terrible movie. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check me out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I will have the Hollywoke hot take. Don't forget to come to Crossroad Comics tonight in Pittman. It's going to be a fun time. And the other videos will be up later. We'll see you in the next one.